roof on that. That's quad gutter, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just a standard 150 quad.
Yeah. So that's what we're going to sort of plan on using, just the same as that. But obviously they want a square look. We can just make a square folded flashing up.
I'd like to try and get it wrapped up by bloody Christmas, this one, if we can.
It'd be good. All right, I'll do that now.
Cheers, mate. Thanks.
Cheers.
See you.
Affiliations with Harvard and Columbia universities. The lab's director met me there and monitored my core body temperature and vital signs while immersing my body in ice-cold water for intervals of 15 and then 20 minutes.
The cornerstone of our business is a clean, unadulterated substrate. We cannot warrant our coatings over old lead coatings. End of story.
So that's what I've been saying to you when you're doing scraping.
That's where we need to be. Back to that.
This is the most important part.
Let the product do the job on sites, and I sleep and drink this shit. I walk on sites and I see the guys with tungsten carbide scrapers, and I see the perspiration running down their foreheads, and they're giving the boss the fork behind their back. Doesn't have to be like that, guys. Pushed it in. Yep. But 5 mil. What's 5 mil? 2 50-cent pieces. So you get a Stanley knife and cut half the sheet, right?
This is for removal.
This is for removal.
So what happens is
Probably taking off 130 to 250 of high build micron coatings, right? The lead coatings were high solids. Gav, am I right?
Yeah, that's perfect.
But we've got to do it right.
Yeah. So we just finished a site visit there on that Prince Edward Parade project. So we had Bob, the rep, and the Dulux rep out there. So that house, we've had all the paint tested there, and it's really, really old lead paint. We're going to use their system, the Drummond system, to remove all the old lead paint so that we can make sure we salvage all the old weatherboards, and we'll get a really good finished product. A lot of guys don't realise if you don't prep the surface properly, especially on renovations, older homes, there's no warranty on the new paint system. So it's quite common for paint to start flaking off homes within a couple of years, and most of the time that's simply because the preparation hasn't been done correctly. So preparation's everything, especially when it comes to painting. So with that job there, we got those guys out. We just had a meeting on site. They ran through the whole process of the removal. So 2 of our guys will now start working on that over the next week, and we'll get all the old lead paint removed. So we're doing all this work as pre-construction work. We wanted to get all this done and out of the way before we start the new works on site. And that way there's no risk to more people about having the lead on site. So we'll put plastic all over the ground, we'll use their product, we'll scrape it all off, and we'll get the new weatherboards primed. We'll wrap all that old, everything that falls on the ground will get wrapped up in black plastic and dropped off at contaminated waste at the dump. That way it's a safe site for everyone. We'll get a great finished paint job because we'll now put a 4-part paint system over those old boards, and it'll come up smick. Is it Captain Cook Parade?
No, you're too far down.
Too messed up to drive. Happy just staring outside at the cars, at the road signs. It's like a light bulb looking the right side of my face. Check the clock, it's moving half the speed of
Like, family time is super important, and people don't understand. Like, people don't get it. Like, the first things that go in my schedule are my personal things: holidays, long weekends, events with the kids. Like, whether it's a kids' sport, after school, weekends, special events, Easter and Christmas. Like, they go in my calendar first, and then the businesses get worked around them. So all my client meetings, my design meetings, my site visits, it's all completely worked around my personal life. Shit, you're killing it. this is unreal. And we got Brad there now getting all the structural steel up, so absolutely smashing it out on this project. So there's we only started that job, when did we start that? First week of September. Our plan is to have the roof on that one and the plastering internally done before Christmas. At the back of that house there, it's got that little retaining wall section, which is actually part of the external wall of the house. We don't just put cordon around the edge for the slab, for the frame to sit on. We actually line that whole concrete retaining wall, and then our frame will overhang that a little bit, and we'll pack the wall out, and then we'll sheet the gyprock over the top of it. Like, a lot of people don't realise with termites, like, they'll go through the smallest gap. Like, if you get shrinkage in your concrete, they'll come through the crack. If you've got retaining walls and things, again, if the concrete shrinks, they'll start coming through the little cracks and they'll get into your framework. So the boys are smashing that job out. So we do, on most of our jobs, we do all of our own structural steel, unless they're really large jobs with a huge amount of it. But as you can see on that job there, we've got all our own welders, mag drills, all the gear to do the steel work. So, and if they're straightforward posts or straightforward beams, we just get them manufactured from our steel supplier. You might have seen there was some big rods that have been concrete in the slab. There's a huge bracing, a solid steel bracing frame that gets attached to those. So things like that have to be really detailed and to the millimetre. We just do all our own fabrication on site. Some of the carpenters are doing the timber framework, the other guys are doing the structural steel work, and it all just comes together. And like our frames are smicko, because I just love the detail that we go to. Like, we're lucky on that one, some of the framework's going to be left exposed, so you'll actually see the trouble we go to. You get everything nice and square, accurate sizes. Your frame and all your steelwork then goes up perfectly. Your windows all line up correctly. It's like anything, it's the devil in the detail. Like, it's all the stuff you don't see that matters. And when people walk into these finished homes, project type homes or cheaper homes, and they wonder why that costs this much and a custom home costs this much, it's all because you can't see the stuff that matters. You can't see the right framing's being used, the better quality framing, the structural steel. And I get so much satisfaction out of seeing the smiles and having a laugh with our clients, and seeing them starting to take interest in how their home's getting built and asking questions. Like, there's one rule in our business with everyone, and that is no question is a silly question. And I really try and encourage them to ask me whatever question they want, so that I can show them and tell them what we're doing, how we're doing it, where their money's going, and just, yeah, it's fantastic. I love it, love it.